Tonight, a city underwater, at least 5 dead as Houston scrambles to deal with catastrophic flooding. We'll have the very latest. Plus, Harvey's aftermath. The Texas coastline is picking up the pieces tonight after Harvey tears a path of destruction. We have a crew on the ground. And later, Bell County prepares for the arrival of thousands of evacuees from around the state. We'll be live from the center of it all. Our full Hurricane Harvey coverage on Channel 6 News Weekend Edition starts right now.
Expect more. This is Channel 6 News Weekend.
Good evening to you, and thank you for joining us on Channel 6 News Weekend Edition as we continue our coverage of Hurricane Harvey and its aftermath. I'm Chris Rogers.
And I'm Leslie Draffin. Our weather team has been tracking this storm around the clock for the last several days.
Chief Meteorologist Andy Anderson joins us now from the Weather Center with the very latest. Andy, what are we seeing?
Well, rain is actually beginning to taper off a little bit for us here in the Waco, Temple, Killeen area, but we still have a flash flood watch in effect for the green shaded area here. Flash flood warning, that means flooding is imminent for these brighter green shaded areas from East Texas down to Southeast Texas, back over towards the Brazos Valley and portions of the Middle Texas Gulf Coast. This is the radar showing you some moderate to very heavy rains falling on down towards College Station and continuing towards Hempstead and into the Houston area. The thinking is we could see as much as 2 to possibly 5 additional inches of rain on top of what we've already gotten back in Southeast Texas. The little wider view shows you what's going on here. Moisture rolling around the storm. The rain shield stretches from the Gulf all the way back in and almost up to Interstate 20 to the north of us. Show you where the storm itself is sitting. The eye is sitting across portions of Jackson and Wharton counties right now, and that's not a mistake. That is still a tropical storm symbol we're showing there. This is a storm that is continued to hold at least 40-mile-an-hour sustained winds around the eye. For 48 hours, the eye has been over land, which would normally cut off the fuel to the storm, but it's still holding together. So it's still officially Tropical Storm Harvey. Tornado watch in effect for Houston and Southeast Texas with the possibility of spun-off tornadoes from this hurricane, now tropical storm across Southeast Texas. We'll have more on our storm, Harvey, and our forecast coming up a little later in the news.
All right, Andy, thanks so much. As you can imagine, fear and concern growing in Houston tonight. Along with the floodwaters, much of the nation's 4th largest city is underwater, with forecasters using words like historic and catastrophic to describe the situation.
Tonight, the White House announced President Trump will visit Houston Tuesday, but between now and then, the city could see even more rain. Jay Gray has the latest.
Communities cut off, homes isolated, islands and neighborhoods swallowed by floodwaters. As the race to save thousands in Houston grows more desperate by the hour.
I would have been in there asleep in that water if nobody wouldn't have beat the door down.
Helicopters pulled these elderly residents to safety, while on the ground, despite repeated warnings, drivers still challenged the rising water. This one rescued by bystanders who saw the dangerous situation unfold.
Yeah, I saw her panicking in there, and I was asking her, did she need help or whatever? And she said yes. And I got with my rescue team buddy, and I asked her to just stay calm. We were going to come and get her.
Many survivors escaped with only the things they could carry.
Some clothes, some shoes, basic necessities.
And tonight, officials in the nation's 4th largest city are scrambling to find room for so many forced to higher ground.
Because of the widespread flooding that has taken place, that took over the last day or so, there are a number of people that don't have a place to go.
The convention center downtown has been converted into a massive shelter, but there's concern it just won't be enough, with more rain on the way. Jay Gray, NBC News, Houston.
Now, as you just saw, thousands of people have had to be rescued from floodwaters all across Houston, and things could be getting worse.
That's right. Kevin Reese with our sister station in Dallas was in the middle of one of the hardest hit areas as people scrambled to get to safety. He has more.
Hello, everybody. We are in Dickinson, Texas, still, where the evacuations continue from a flood like this area has simply never seen before. I'll get out of the way so you can see the continued evacuation of folks who have been brought to the middle of Interstate 45 here in Dickinson, where we are standing now in the northbound lanes. People who have been rescued one after another, primarily by people in their own private boats. An armada of regular citizens came out in their bass boats, in their Zodiacs, in their airboats today, and began rescuing people one after one literally into the thousands here in the Dickinson area alone. And then this scene here on the bridge, hundreds, perhaps even thousands of people waiting for buses to take them to shelters farther away in Texas City, which is more protected from a flood like this, where they will be in shelters until further notice, until this water goes down. Folks who told us they are both aggravated yet thankful that they have made it this far.
Yes, I'm thankful for you guys coming out to help. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for this boat. I'm thankful for a lot from y'all. I'm thankful. I'm thankful.
What do you make of all this?
This is, I don't even have words to say. I don't know. I just don't know. I never expected to be in this situation. So I don't know. I'm just thankful to God that they're getting the people out and that we're alive. So I thank God for that.
So now, while the situation here, we could say, is somewhat improved, the crisis does continue. The rescues still are happening both to the east and to the west here in Dickinson along I-45, and they're trying to get people out of their homes while there is still daylight, while they can get them and the belongings that they were able to take with them, many of them with their pets as well, to a shelter in Texas City. We will keep following the situation here, one of many areas in and around Houston simply devastated by this monstrous storm. In Dickinson, I'm Kevin Reese, Channel 8 News.
All right, Kevin, thanks so much. As Harvey continues to slam parts of Texas, a slew of images has been shared thousands of times across social media, some powerful, some frightening, all of them demonstrating just how devastating this storm was and still is. Let's take a look. Look at this picture here. A young boy clutching his stuffed animal as he watches the rising tide of water in his home, just demonstrating the youngest victims that Harvey has really victimized so far. Look at this one, and in a nursing home in southeast Texas here, as these elderly people scramble to get out with a rising tide of water. And this, a powerful image of getting some of those elderly people out. And these first responders, this is really one of the bright spots in Hurricane Harvey, is these first responders are risking it all to help quell some of the damage and obviously try to make sure that everyone gets out safely and alive. Leslie?
All right, yeah, Chris, in the midst of all the chaos.
They're on their way.
In the midst of all the chaos, viewers following storm coverage from our sister station KHOU in Houston witnessed a close call live on air. Their reporter Brandy Smith helped save a driver from tragedy. In the video, you can see a semi-truck stranded in the rising waters, the driver trapped inside. Smith flagged down crews with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, who then used an airboat to rescue the man from his flooded cab just in time. And before Harvey brought catastrophic floods into Houston, it made landfall outside Corpus Christi as a Category 4 hurricane. The city of Corpus Christi was just 40 miles from the eye of the storm, but is now able to move forward. Our own Curtis Quillen explains tonight from Corpus Christi.
We left Rockport 2 days ago, and we actually found a motel, but living out of the ice chest, basically, so.
Across the coastal bend of Texas, recovery is underway after Hurricane Harvey left severe damage and flooding. Much of the area nearest landfall remains without electricity or phone service, but in Corpus Christi, recovery has begun. While crews are working to fully restore power, the most simple of resources returning is making a difference.
We've been out of power for about 3 days now. Gas station, this is actually the first time putting gas in about 3 days, so.
The return of gas stations gives people access to gas, clean water, and food.
Putting the food in the in the hood of the car to warm up some raviolis in a can, to warm them up.
And it's happening in more ways than one.
Restaurants in the Corpus Christi area starting to reopen for residents. On Sunday, the first Whataburger reopened, and when that happened, it was a very popular choice. The line going a quarter mile to a half mile back.
We were actually just saying it was the first Texan thing that as soon as the hurricane's over, we all rushed to Whataburger. It's really convenient. I think most people were out of power, eating canned foods and everything.
Some waited in line for 2 hours to get a warm meal, be it for them or someone still in the dark.
We live right down the street, and my folks are over in Portland with no power, and water just got back turned on, so I figured I'd stop and get something warm to eat for them.
And that's as more and more restaurants are opening their doors for the first time after Harvey. A symbol of an area moving forward from hard times.
I think this is just a start. We should start rolling off of this.
In true Texas fashion. In Corpus Christi, Curtis Quillen, Channel 6 News.
Well, closer to home, heavy rain has led to flooding in many parts of our region, specifically Bryan and College Station. Many schools have already announced they'll be closed tomorrow as local school districts monitor Hurricane Harvey. It is expected to bring tropical storm-like winds and upwards of 20 inches of rain to the Brazos Valley this week.
Those heavy rains and flood conditions led to some tense moments in Bryan earlier today.
A horse was trapped in rising waters as rescue crews worked desperately to save him. Vanessa Croy with our sister station in College Station is live for us tonight with details. Hey, Vanessa.
Yeah, 2 horses are safe tonight after being rescued earlier today, one from rising floodwaters. Now, the first responders are definitely the heroes today after wading in almost waist deep water to get one of those horses out. And I can tell you, we were out here today and the rain is pounding. It was just the same today. Now, officials say they got a call this afternoon about some horses stuck in floodwaters off University and Highway 6 in College Station. Texas A&M Vet School was called to help in the rescue, but College Station Police and Fire Department worked together to get the seemingly terrified horse out of the water. Now, while this rescue was going on, another group of emergency crews were chasing after a horse making its way down the on-ramp to Highway 6. They got to the horse before he made his way into the main lanes of the freeway, but the scared animal instead moved into a field next to the rising water. Now, finally, crews were able to calm that horse down enough to pull him to safety. Now, the College Station Fire Department told us earlier this evening, though, the Texas A&M large animal stables have those horses now, and no word on the owners. They're still looking for the owners. But we can definitely be assured that we have some horse whisperers as also serving as brave first responders. This is Vanessa Croy reporting in College Station. Back to you guys.
All right, Vanessa, thanks so much. Stay safe out there. Well, thousands of people are riding out the storms in Houston, as we've been telling you all night, including a Fort Hood soldier and his pregnant wife who are awaiting the birth of their son.
We introduced you to this family last week. Their unborn child, Billy Jr., will need immediate medical attention once he is born due to a rare condition called heterotaxy syndrome. Channel 6 News reporter Jillian Angeline tells us how they're doing tonight.
Some tense moments for Captain Bill Leisure and his wife Elissa. Billy Jr. is a high-risk baby suffering from heterotaxy syndrome.
Hoping the weather cooperates. Hopefully the flooding doesn't prevent us from getting her to the hospital in time. There is some flooding going on at the hospital. I talked to them about it. They closed the parking garages due to flooding. So, yeah, we're just hoping for the best at this point.
Elissa is supposed to be induced on Wednesday, but she could give birth any day now. She even walked on the treadmill a bit today, hoping Billy would come sooner. With rising floodwaters, there's plenty of uncertainty.
I've been debating our options on how to get to the hospital. Of course, driving makes the most sense, but I don't know, first of all, are the roads going to be clear?
Leisure said he's even got a pool float as a last resort to transport Elissa. Just a couple nights ago, they spent the night on cots at the Texas Children's Hospital, but they are back waiting at the hotel. Billy's birth is a life-threatening situation, needing immediate medical attention once he's born.
He has no way of getting blood to his lungs. There's no connection from his lungs to his heart.
Captain Leisure says the U.S. Army has prepared him well for unpredictable situations. But as the waters rise, his concerns do too. Jillian Angeline, Channel 6 News.
Closer to home now, around 1,000 evacuees from Brazoria County will be making their way here to Bell County. A mandatory evacuation is in effect there. They had been scheduled to arrive at 6 tonight, but their buses were delayed, and now they won't get here until tomorrow. Once they arrive, they will check in at the Bell County Expo Center. From there, they will be assigned to a shelter. There are 10 shelters in the area that will be helping evacuees.
And this weekend's weather is impacting several schools in our area. As of right now, Rockdale ISD is canceling classes tomorrow due to the flooding. Leon ISD and Rogers ISD will be on a 2-hour delayed start. Several schools are also closed or delayed in Bryan College Station. You can find those on KCENTV.com. Meantime, blood donations at Baylor, Scott & White in Temple will resume tomorrow morning. On Friday, the blood center received about 60 blood donations to send to victims of Hurricane Harvey near the coast. Starting tomorrow at 9 a.m., they'll accept both walk-ins and appointments for blood donations, and they'll also have a blood donation bus parked outside their facility.
And if you're looking to give back in a different way, starting tomorrow, we will be accepting water bottles right here at the station. It's all part of a company-wide initiative to help aid the victims of Harvey. You can bring your donations to 215 North 3rd Street in downtown Temple. We will be accepting them during business hours. Now that's 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We thank you all in advance for your donations. Now to find out how you can donate to the Red Cross, you can go to kcentv.com and click on Texas Cares for all that information.
Still ahead on Channel 6 News at 10, how a Killeen woman with ties to a coastal town hit hard by Hurricane Harvey is doing her part to help out.
Stubborn Harvey is holding together as a tropical storm down on the coastal plain right now. The rain shield stretches all the way up to Nacogdoches and just to the south of Temple right now. There's more rain on the way. We take a look at the effects coming up next. Stay with us.
As we head to break, let's take a look at some of these powerful images coming out of Houston tonight. We'll be back with more Hurricane Harvey coverage after the break.
The pain was really bad in my knees, my ankles, even in my hips sometimes. And so my mom took me into Good Feet and we got my arch supports and I was like, where were these all my life?
See if they work for you with the free arch support fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Get your Channel 6 news and weather on the go by tuning into your favorite iHeart radio stations.
Hey, Troy Aikman. Could I get an autograph?
Sure.
Over here. Sign this one.
All right.
No, right there. Wow. Signed by the Acme spokesperson himself.
Hey, you played a little football too there, young man.
Oh, that's nice.
To get Acme brick quality, look for the Acme name.
Hey, it's the Acme guy. Selfie?
I gotta find a new route.
Hurry, it's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event.
It's gonna work, I promise you. We can figure this out.
A little help?
Hold on, Mom. No, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. It's not a question, it's a thing.
Take on summer right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Time is running out for summer's hottest offer. Get 0% for 72 months plus an additional $1,000 on top of your trade-in. That's 0 for 72 plus $1,000 trade assist cash on Fusion, Escape, Edge, and Explorer. Hurry, ends September 5th only at your Best in Texas Ford dealers.
You work hard. It's time to rest easy and save big at the Denver Mattress Labor Day sale. Right now, you can save up to $800 on select Serta iComfort mattresses on an adjustable base. Now that's a sweet deal. Plus, save $100 on any Doctor's Choice mattress set, any size, any model. Or how about our best mattress value? The Summit Queen mattress is just $199.99. Save big this Labor Day only at Denver Mattress, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer inside Furniture Row.
Better buy from Benny, and you'll get a better buy.
Benny's not a big city dealer, and that's exactly how his customers like it. Especially when they've ranked Benny Boyd lamp passes as one of the best in the state. The reviews speak for themselves. He's also not stuck in traffic all the time like the city boys, so he can easily deliver your new truck anywhere in Texas during our summer clearance event.
That's Benny Boyd, y'all.
Did you know that you can turn your car and your title into cash with Title Max in as little as 30 minutes? Call 1-88-TITLE-MAX or go to TitleMax.com now to find out how much you can get.
$3,000.
$2,600.
Title Max turned my title into $10,000.
Call 1-88-TITLE-MAX or go to TitleMax.com and find out how much cash you can get. And you'll say,
I got my title back with Title Max.
Get your title back.
In California loans made by Title Max of California Incorporated, California Finance Lender Law License number 603KO14.
Need a safe place for your kids after school? Choose a program you can trust. The Zone from Temple Parks and Rec, held at select schools in Belton and Temple, with scheduled homework time, activities, and a snack for just $40 a week. Spots fill up fast. Register today.
When I went to the Good Feet store, I had a free consultation and free fittings. They allowed me to try on the arch supports, and I started sobbing because I had no pain.
See if they work for you with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
This segment of Channel 6 Weather is brought to you by Window World.
Hi, welcome back, everyone. I want to start out with just a quick glance at some of the rainfall totals we've seen across the area since this all started on Friday evening. In College Station, almost 11.5 inches of rain. Over in Cameron County, Milano getting over 11 inches of rain from one of our weather watchers there. Thorndale, over 6 inches of rain. In Cameron, 4 1/3 inches of rain. In Bell County and Salado, one of the heaviest rainfall totals we saw was 2.5 inches. And in Centerville, 2 1/4 inches. More rainfall totals. Look at this. big time in town. Over 2 inches of rain at the airport in Temple and High Bank, 2 inches of rain. That's right along the Brazos River in Falls County. Almost 2 inches up in Groesbeck, Harker Heights, almost 1.5 inches. Better than 1.3 inches for Troy and Killeen, both still looking for additional rain. Best likelihood of rain is in the dark green shaded area through the day tomorrow, where you're closer to the Gulf of Mexico for one thing, and still the center of the storm. Still looking at scattered showers for our area tomorrow, but not nearly as widespread and not nearly as steady a rain as what we have seen the last couple of days. The same thing goes through the day tomorrow. Scattered showers for the light green shading area, generally east of I-35 on down towards the Brazos Valley. And from Brazos Valley down in deep southeast Texas, rain is still very likely. And as I said at the top of the newscast, we could see possibly another 2, maybe 5 inches of rain. Future Track computer model does begin to thin out the rain shield a little bit as we go through the overnight hours tonight, but we're still looking at cloud cover and at least spotty showers for us here in the I-35 corridor, while the lion's share of the rain still stays over deep southeast Texas as this storm continues to kind of roll around for a while. The thinking is that it's going to drift back towards the coast, get out, kind of straddle the coastline, make its way back up towards Galveston, Houston, and then work its way up through East Texas, kind of straddling I-45. That keeps us on the rainy pattern for us. So we keep these rain chances very high all the way through the week. It's all depending on what Tropical Storm Harvey does over the next 24 to 36 hours. If it does, like I just mentioned, coming up I-45 in East Texas, then we're looking at likely rain chances Wednesday, Thursday, and possibly into Friday as well. This is your Channel 6 7-day forecast where your weekend's always in view, and it's sloppy, wet weather for us. Love to get the rain. We hate to see the severe weather. Certainly feel bad for all our friends and neighbors in Corpus Christi, at Rockport, Aransas Pass, on up the coast, all the way to Houston. And there's more rain on the way for us, it looks like. It's still going to be a very nasty situation. And as I said earlier, 48 hours for a storm to be over land, the eye cut off from the water source.
Just how unprecedented is that?
It's still a tropical storm after 48 hours.
Is that just unprecedented in terms of these tropical storms?
I don't remember ever seeing anything in any of the textbooks about storms lasting that long. Once they get over land, they normally start falling apart pretty rapidly. But this storm has had a lot of tenacity, let's put it that way.
Yeah, just absolutely devastating as well. We'll keep our eye on that. Up next, after the chaos of Harvey, one Killeen woman is helping out in the area that was hit the hardest. We'll tell you why it was so important for her to lend a helping hand.
Plus, as Harvey continues wreaking havoc on cities across the state, we'll show you how people right here in Central Texas are lending a helping hand to those in need.
And once again, as we head to break, here's a look at some of the harrowing images of the devastation in Houston. We'll be back with more storm coverage in a moment.
Channel 6 Sports at 10 is brought to you by Texas Best Chevy Dealers.
During Conn's big Labor Day sale, zero in on huge savings like 0 interest for 3 years on qualifying appliances. Plus, you'll pay 0 for next day delivery. So this GE washer is yours for just $13 a month. And only Conn's has Yes Money, the fast, easy way to get financed. We say yes when other stores say no. Apply online at Cons.com and you could be approved for $5,000 instantly. Then hurry to the Labor Day sale at Cons Home Plus.
The Gonzalez family is going with Academy.
Why Academy over the other store?
I can afford to get all 3 of my kids the name brands they want.
Mom, what's for dinner tonight?
No idea, your dad's cooking.
Start your season with the best brands at the lowest prices guaranteed. Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Hurry, it's the final days of the Ford Summer Sales Event.
I'll jump out and guide you back. Easy, son. This is gonna blow your mind. Whoa, awesome. That is really cool.
Take on summer right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. It's our best offer of the year on F-150. Get 0% for 72 months plus an additional $1,000 on top of your trade-in.
Now get the built Ford Tough F-150 with 0 for 72 plus $1,000 on top of your trade-in. Hurry, this deal ends September 5th. Only at your best in Texas Ford dealer.
Hey, y'all ready to go A to Z with H-E-B and me? Apple in the backpack, crayons, despicable Elmer's, photos, grapes. By the buns. Heroes, igloo juice, and the kids who love my name on my pencil case. Quenches the ruler, Star Wars never cooler. Tech gear, you look at VIP. Hey. Wide ruler college, extra knowledge. Yellow highlighter, VIP. Zip it up.
Find everything you need to fill the locker and the lunchbox for less, all in one place. It's as easy as H-E-B.
Now you say from A to Z with back to school at H-E-B.
for adventure this summer?
Holy smokes. Oh man, that's pretty intense.
Look no further than Chevrolet.
This is a fast car. I feel like I left my soul back there.
Wow, this has power.
What a nice car.
Go for thrilling drives and deals today at the Chevy Summer Drive. Make a strong decision at the Chevy Summer Drive. Get a total value over $11,000 or get 0% financing for 72 months on this Silverado Texas Edition. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
Hidden away among these hallways, we find a watering hole, the perfect opportunity to peacock one's well-groomed mane. With that, the herd disbands.
Parents, send your kids off looking great at Great Clips.
Welcome back. The people of Rockport are starting to pick up the pieces after Hurricane Harvey ripped through their community this weekend.
Well, that seaside community was hit the hardest when Harvey rolled through. Channel 6 News reporter Imani Payne talked to a Killeen woman with ties to Rockport and has this report.
These pictures show the horrific aftermath of the devastation Hurricane Harvey left behind in Rockport, Texas. One person was killed and many others injured.
That night was gut-wrenching, and social media was both a blessing and a curse.
While the town of about 10,000 people hunkered down to save who and what they could, others across the state and country were watching in disbelief. Killeen resident Tammy Molina Moore's brother works in Rockport as a deputy with the Aransas County Sheriff's Department.
And the other night, I felt absolutely helpless as I watched everything that was occurring and couldn't get a hold of him knowing that he was there. Feeling heartbroken, and myself having a home destroyed in the past and knowing how upsetting that is, I wanted to do something to help out the people in the community.
Determined to help, Tammy created this GoFundMe account to raise funds for the seaside community and is also collecting supplies like gift cards, clothes, water, and non-perishable items. She plans to take them down to Rockport and help with the rebuilding process.
Those who do not have very little, and many of those down there have no insurance and no opportunity for assistance.
Something Tammy is hoping to change.
And this is our opportunity to show who we are as a nation and come together for this group and give that support.
For ways to donate to this cause, visit our website, that's kcentv.com. Imani Payne, Channel 6 News.
And Tammy's not alone. All types of aid and assistance is starting to pour in for Hurricane Harvey victims. Today, the Lorena Fire Department collected donations to send to the Houston area as well. All morning and well into the afternoon, residents throughout Central Texas dropped off water, clothes, and non-perishable items at the fire station. Lorena firefighters say they have friends and family in the southern part of Texas and wanted to do something to help the countless people in need. If you were not able to make it out today, you can still drop off donations this week at the Lorena Fire or police departments.
And a Temple resident is actually heading south as we speak to help his friends in Bastrop. He says they are surrounded by water and he worries things will only get worse as the rain continues. Eric Griggs tells us he wanted to take sandbags to friends in Bastrop County, but he called every store today and they were all sold out. So now he is aiming to transport bottled water, diapers, and baby wipes. He says he is an able body and wants to do his part by extending some Texas hospitality. We'll be right back after this. Stay with us.
Back in '82, we were the new kids in town. Not anymore. Johnson Brothers Ford celebrates 35 years with a huge summer sales event. Get anniversary specials on hundreds of new Fords. We're talking 0% financing for 72 months, plus $1,000 trade assistance cash. That's right, we'll give you top dollar and Ford will throw in an additional $1,000. Johnson Brothers Ford, still doing business the right way in Temple after 35 years.
Johnson Brothers, making it happen.
At Bob Mills Sleep Spa, it's the Labor Day free event. I'm Bob Mills, offering to you this specially designed gel-infused queen mattress specifically constructed for side sleepers. Normally $1,400. Through Labor Day, just $997. Our new exclusive $700 heads-up mood base with an 800-pound lift capacity and solid steel. A $700 value free. It's true, nobody does free like me at the Bob Mills Labor Day free event.
I started this business at the age of 14 when I helped a lady home with her groceries. The store owner saw me and offered me a job. Sophie is here every day picking up fresh fruits and vegetables. Broccolini, dragon fruit, Brookshire Brothers is the place to come get local and variety produce. it makes me happy to get it for them.
Every Brookshire Brothers has a bill. Come find yours and see what a difference it makes to shop with someone you know.
Journey where this path may lead and live as big as giants. Summer sun and feeling free and sparkle just like diamonds.
Freedom awaits you this summer. Hurry in now and get an additional $500 Labor Day bonus cash on most 2017 Jeep brand vehicles. Get $3,000 total cash allowance on the 2017 Grand Cherokee Limited, and Texas residents get an additional $1,250 bonus cash.
Whenever a craving hits, Jack's got your back.
Somebody craving my really big chicken sandwich?
The really big chicken sandwich combo for $3.99. Double the chicken, double the cheese, topped with hickory smoked bacon, plus curly fries and a refreshing drink. All for just $3.99.
Thanks, Jack.
You're welcome.
The $3.99 really big chicken sandwich combo, only at Jack in the Box.
Better buy from Benny, and you'll get a better buy.
Benny's not a big city dealer, and that's exactly how his customers like it, especially when they've ranked Benny Boyd lamp passes as one of the best in the state. The reviews speak for themselves. He's also not stuck in traffic all the time like the city boys, so he can easily deliver your new truck anywhere in Texas during our summer clearance event.
That's Benny Boyd, y'all.
Whether you're a morning person or simply it's not your thing. Maybe you're the type that doesn't take it that seriously. Or you're that person who just makes everyone's morning brighter. There's a McDonald's for every morning.
Start your day with a delicious sausage biscuit with sizzling hot sausage paired with crispy hash browns for just $1.50.
That is all our time for now. We appreciate you watching. Remember, Texas Today will have even more coverage of Hurricane Harvey starting at 4:30 in the morning.
And as we say goodnight, let's take one last look at the pictures of devastation that continue to come out of Houston as thousands battle for their safety. Our thoughts are with those affected by Harvey tonight. Stay safe, everyone. Good night.